Vince McMahon has released a statement on the Netflix documentary. Do they have to release this in like the smallest font ever? Like, did Vince McMahon purposely like say, well, I'm going to release the smallest document font ever? Like, what is this font? Look at this. I can barely read this. And first of all, it's black on white, which is weird. And I mean, I don't know. This is just really bright, and it's very small. Even when I zoom in on it, it's like, and then even when I blow it up, it's like, couldn't he, like, oh my God, bro, this is so hard to see. So I blow it all the way up, and I increase the capacity. And there we go, finally. I don't regret participating in the Netflix documentary. The producers had an opportunity to tell an objective story about my life and the incredible business I built, which were equally filled with excitement, drama, fun, and a fair amount of controversy and life lessons. Unfortunately, based on an early partial cut I've seen, this documentary falls short and takes the predictable path of conflating the Mr. McMahon character with my true self. Vince, sorry, read that wrong. The title, because I can barely see it. The title and promos alone make that evident. A lot has been misrepresented or left out entirely in an effort to leave viewers intentionally confused. The producers used typical editing tricks with out-of-context footage and dated sound bites, etc., to distort the viewer's perception and support a deceptive narrative. Well, this is disappointing. In an attempt to further their misleading account, the producers use a lawsuit based on an affair I ended as evidence that I am, in fact, Mr. McMahon. So he's spoiling the whole thing. I hope the viewer will keep an open mind and remember that there are two sides to every story. There you go. The Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix. Vince doesn't sound happy. Now, maybe he did not see maybe he didn't see a full, the right cut. Maybe he didn't see the full correct cut. Maybe it was like it's not finished cut of it or whatever else. I don't know. But all I can think is that this is payback. Vince McMahon, this is payback for everything you did to people on the way out. Listen, I love Vince. I want a real Vince McMahon documentary that, like, praises him. I do. I want the Vince McMahon praising documentary. Maybe we'll have to settle for Mr. McMahon, the DVD from, like, 2004 or 6 or whatever. It was amazing. But remember when they've smeared so many wrestlers on their way out, this literally is like the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior. The only difference is it's happened to McMahon. After all the times and things that he's done to other wrestlers, and especially on the Ultimate Warrior documentary, the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, where they just pissed on the Warrior. They're like, oh, I mean, listen, actually, it's a good documentary. Like, and a lot of it's pretty good. But there's that part of it where they crap on him and they show him in a negative light a lot, which, I don't know what to say about that. There's some of that's true. So what are you going to do? Well, telling the people's faults on a DVD, but they really did bury him. Like, that's the weird part about Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior. It's still a great DVD. It really is good. But, like, there's this weird negative burial of him as well that happens on the DVD where it goes very far. But I think it's really good, but I just wish that there was... But then all you heard about it was how great he was and all the positive things about him when he came back to the WWE. So it's like, why I would have... The only thing I would say that I would add to the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior would have been nice if all the good things were put on that DVD as well about the guy. But instead they chose all the negative stories. So is that what we're getting with this Vince McMahon documentary? I mean, tell me that this isn't kind of like... I mean, I love Vince in many ways, like we all do, but like this is some kind of weird retribution or karma or something. I don't know. Like, they buried the Warrior. I got the power to tell my story about the Warrior. He sucked. He really was a failure. Like it's kind of the DVD is the theme in that. And people burying him. He wasn't a good wrestler. He was a psycho, bad human being, took himself crazy serious, didn't really love the business. All the stuff that's said about Warrior, I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Stars in a good
Listen to
light.
this.
Sometimes fans can see through it, and sometimes fans run with a retold narrative for years and years.
Retard narrative? Oh, retold. Okay.
One DVD, though, released in 2005, went in the complete opposite direction. The self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior has been described as a hit piece by the WWE that didn't necessarily deconstruct the Ultimate Warrior, but it deconstructed the man playing the character, Jim Hellwig. Once upon a time...
Kind of like how Vince claims this deconstructs the man playing Mr. McMahon, and who is Vince, and they try to make Vince seem like he is Mr. McMahon, because he is Mr. McMahon.
The WWF presented the Ultimate Warrior as the company's top babyface. He headlined WrestleMania, he won the WWF Championship, he sold a ton of merchandise, and he once captivated viewers young and old with his eccentric character and no-nonsense ring style. But WWE went out of their way to tarnish Warrior's WWF history, and as Bruce Pritchard put it, WWF would announce to fans that, hey, here's the guy we presented, but here's the guy he really was. It's been said that Warrior was approached by WWE in regards to contributing to this documentary. Warrior refused, and so WWE went ahead and produced this show that pretty much buries him. Before going on, I know people are split when it comes to the Ultimate Warrior, and that means people will also be split about this DVD release. The self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior is interesting when it comes to Warrior detractors, because on one hand, you've got a guy that had a few questionable takes, to say the least, but on the other hand, you've got the company he worked for and the company he made money for getting a little petty by releasing this DVD.
It's great. And so just a quick little, in case you forgot about the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, there it is. So, I mean, I will never forget. I actually loved the DVD because it was very drama-laced, you know what I mean? Laced in drama, which I really did appreciate, you know what I mean? And that I would say that that breakdown is, if you like the Ultimate Warrior DVD, I think the breakdown that's done by Wrestling Bios is really good. So they're pretty cool. Check that out if you want to watch the rest of it later. And then think about what they did there and what is happening to Vince McMahon now with Netflix. So it's kind of crazy. But rather than me kind of explain the Ultimate Warrior DVD, I figured that intro by them was fitting. I had a horrible night tonight because I bet on the football game. Again, when you're out of money, you just do crazy things, and I am not in a good mood. I had a really bad night. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. I think I was at least winning my money back the entire night, and then things completely went south. And I did really well, though. I was in 1,000th position tonight, if you look at my my numbers on fantasy on football. I was in 1,239th position of 26,400. I was so close, and this is the only game that I won money. I won $18, looks like. Maybe I won't win it. I don't know. Very close tonight, and you can see how close I was because I had 113 points. The guy who's winning, he's tied with like 30 other people. If I had won, I wouldn't have been tied with almost anybody, I don't think. So the first place guy is sharing it with like 18 other people, $8,000. And I mean, I was very close. You know, this guy even picked Jeremy McNichols, and he got 0 points, and he still is in first because of Terry McLaurin, that crazy catch at the end of the game. That's the catch that ruined it for me. So I am not happy right now. So that was really bad. You know what I mean? But what am I? You know, when I'm not, I did not watch Raw. So like I'm here to talk about Vince McMahon briefly. I wasn't even going to be on tonight. Why Breaker buried tonight? Yeah, I don't. Ron Breaker's up, Ron Breaker's down, Ron Breaker's up, Ron Breaker's down. You know, I don't know. Everybody's yeeting tonight. That's what we're doing. But yeah, Vince screwed Vince. The documentary apparently is going to be but this is not news to us. We said this. I mean, we talked about this. We talked about what if Netflix now makes the documentary like a negative? Because originally it was supposed to kind of praise him. Yeah, at least that's what we all believed, that this was going to be a very praising, uplifting, like the creator of WWE and Vince McMahon's perseverance, the real Vince McMahon, you know, Vince. They probably would have called it Vince, you know, to be honest. And then this whole thing happened. And then it wasn't going to come out. And then when they announced that it is coming out, we had speculated that, hey, you know, now they're probably going to paint him as like a psycho, and they have to like reshoot all this stuff and rework the whole documentary. And then it wasn't coming out, and we were like, oh, they're not going to do anything. Wow. But then when it got announced that it's coming out, it was like, oh, shit. So it's probably going to paint him in a bad light now. You know, they're going to try to really throw the negative spin on it because they don't want to get canceled or whatever. And now we've got confirmation of that by Vince himself. So there you go. We're getting what we thought we were going to get from Vince McMahon, and it's from the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix. And again, it's just kind of funny that this is stuff that they did to so many wrestlers on the way out, like smear them, decredit them, you know, basically, you know, devalue them when they're gone, things like that. It's just funny that that's what that WWE did, what Vince McMahon did to so many. And again, like I said, I like Vince. I have no vendetta against Vince. I really love the guy for what he gave us and for everything he did. I mean, there may be some things about him that we find out more as we go on that make him a really bad human being. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's not a great human being in some aspects, but I'm also pretty sure what he did in his career is impressive and crazy and to be studied. But I certainly appreciate, we wouldn't be here without Vince McMahon. Nobody would. So at least not even close to the way we think. I don't think so. You know, I don't beat a person when they're down, even if they're somewhat questionable or maybe a little bit vile, you know, a little bit evil. I'll accept a little bit of evil. You know, you forcibly, you know, penetrate somebody, you know, against their will. You know, that, you know, I kind of draw the line there a bit, you know, like, okay, I respect everything you did. I wouldn't be here without you, but that's despicable. And, you know, but you can poop on people. That's okay. You poop on people. There's probably some willing combatants in that, you know. I don't know. We'll find out more as we go. But I don't know. What did you think of Raw? I feel like Raw is going down a rabbit hole of just cruise control nothing on its way to Netflix. So what's weird is that Netflix is going to have Raw, and Netflix is going to release the Vince McMahon story thing. But on WWE programming themselves, they won't even play audio calls of Vince McMahon. They're constantly bringing up the past and classic moments, and then Vince McMahon's commentary is edited out, and it's infuriating. I really hate that. One thing I really am disgusted with WWE about has been over the years, the censoring of history it really fucking devalues the company and makes me pissed off. I'm talking about the WWF logo having to be blurred out because of the World Wildlife Foundation. I hope those pandas are raped. Okay? Because we had to look at those blurry, stupid videos in 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5 of blurred out WWF logos everywhere so that they didn't have to do whatever, pay for them or whatever. And it just made me sick, dude. It made me hate animals. I want to see pandas raped because of that. Like, how silly of you, WWE. Like, I used to love animals and I used to support them. And if I saw like a person outside of a Petco ringing a bell with a panda hat and a kitty cat lantern, and they were looking for a couple of bucks to feed some animals throughout the world, I'd drop a couple of bucks in there and I'd say, man, I love the pets. But after having to stare at blurry photos, DVDs, and pictures of them erasing the World Wrestling Federation logo, the WWF logo on everything, and just being sick into my stomach and finding out about those bamboo cocksuckers are the reason why, bro, I wanted to kick the doors down of the World Wildlife Foundation, walk in there dressed as a panda, and stab people with bamboo sticks, okay? That was me in 2003. I wasn't proud of it. But I'll tell you something, bro. Now I hope the animals die. But then years later, for them to edit out everything with chair shots to the head. WWE is one of the most overcorrecting retard fucking companies in the world. Oh my God, there's concussions, so we're going to edit out the chair shots. So there's all these clips now of great moments that happened back in the day. People sacrificed themselves for great moments. And we have to look at a blanked out screen or a frozen screen as the chair shot happens, or a black and white video or something like that. It is levels of retardism to try to erase your history. It is so just disgusting. And WWE has been doing it for a long time now, and there's always a new thing. There's always a new fix. You know, then it became don't show the divas stuff. They got rid of all of that. Like, that didn't happen. Like, the hot tub sex parties didn't happen, and the fudge licking contests didn't happen. Oh, let's cut those out of the pay-per-views on the streaming service. You know, just despicable, cowardly cowards the WWE have been for so long. They will go back and just delete and erase history, one thing after another. It's despicable. It's one thing to be the NFL and be a bunch of pussbags and change the rules all the time so soon that it'll be flag football. It's another thing to actually literally visually edit all the hits and things out of the previous Super Bowls so that people don't see how tough the game was. The NFL doesn't do that, to my knowledge. But the WWE does do that. The WWE does do that. I hope the Bengals and the Washington Commanders planes go down tonight. Okay? I only had $30 to my name. I had $30 left in my account. It's all the money I had. And I bet it all tonight. And I was winning. I was winning like $3,000 almost all night long. It was crazy. And it was going up and up and up and up even more towards the end. And then that stupid piece of shit had to get injured. Austin Eckler or whatever his name is. Whatever he is, he got a concussion, you puss. My whole night was destroyed. My whole night was ruined. I almost turned $30 into $3,000. And maybe more. And then that stupid prick had to get a concussion. They took him out of the game. Oh. I hope the Indian Redskin friggin' arrow shooting cocksuckers, I hope they come out of their huts and they shoot arrows through the entire red Washington Commanders stadium because they're angry that you erased their heritage from the team. That's what I hope happens. The Commanders. That is the gayest name ever. Kill yourselves. Kill yourselves. D. Welsh, you should kill yourself for being a fan of them. Even though the reason why I was able to bet tonight was because of D. Welsh's donation the other night. But shut up. I don't think the documentary's out yet, Red. It's not out till it's not out until tomorrow or next week, or when is it out? September when? When is it out? When is the documentary out? Does anybody know? Release date. September 25th. It's this Wednesday. I'll be live, by the way, so get ready for that. We will be live to talk about the Vince McMahon documentary. Jake will not be with us, unfortunately, so that kind of sucks, but I will be here, of course, to cover, I don't know if it's all the episodes or one episode or whatever, but I don't work that day, so that's the good news, is I will be home. And so if it launches that morning, I'll be able to binge the whole thing if it's out, or if it's just, I don't know if it's one episode at a time. I think they're releasing the whole thing, though, which that'll be, my whole day will be watching Vince McMahon. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about football. I got to be honest, D. Welsh. I don't want to talk about football because I really needed to win money tonight. This is really bad. It's really bad. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to win $18, so at least I won 18 of my $30 back, but I would have done much better. I took Jaden Daniels number 1 tonight. Took Jaden Daniels. And then Austin Eckler was on fire, and then he got hurt. I had Washington winning tonight 28-17, but it ended up going 38-33. Big scoring game. So that was one of my. I only had two games, two $15 games. That was that one, and then this one. My other game, I had Jamar Chase, but I also had. This was also a good lineup here. I was 1,000th of 26,000 people in both of these games. Different lineups, but similar. Top 1,000 of 50,000 people in both, but lost in both. This one I lost because the Washington Commanders didn't kick as many field goals as I thought they would. I thought they were going to kick another 3 field goals, and Austin didn't get as many opportunities. It would have been much better had I had McLaren or anybody else, to be honest. But so this was really close as well, but it didn't work out. Very close. I was only, 9 points away. 9 points away from $100,000. And the difference was choosing the kicker and not Terry McLaurin or somebody else like that. If I had Terry, I would have won. I mean, guys, I don't even know if I would be streaming right now if I had won. Or maybe I would have streamed to party. We would have partied if I won. If I won tonight, I would have partied. We were so close. 50,000 people. I was in 1,000th. One of them I lost because Eckler got hurt, I believe. And the other one I lost because I made a mistake. A big mistake, it turns out. I chose the kicker. And there was 2 other people that I was going to choose. One of them was McLaren, and the other was somebody else who I wouldn't have won with them either, but I would have won some money though. So I lost everything in Monday Night Football. So I'm sure that will make a lot of haters happy. There's probably a lot of people out there I hope you die, Joe. That's funny. So, what a night. Vince McMahon documentary. Vince is pissed off about this documentary, bro. I really got to stop. I really shouldn't gamble on football. I just really, I'm really good at coming in the top 10% every time, but never hitting that 1%. It's really bad. Vince McMahon, I wonder if Vince McMahon spoiled the end of the documentary there by saying that in the end, Vince was Vince McMahon, and that's the whole point of the end. I don't know. But I wonder if Vince's you know what? I'll spoil the damn point of it. This is what it is. But it really is funny because it is a weird payback for the Ultimate Warrior DVD and so many other smearings. But this is a smearing of epic proportion, quite to be honest.
New subscriber.
You fucking mark!
Yo, Big Josh, what up, man? Thanks for subbing to the channel, dude. What a beautiful soul you are. So Vince is not happy. I hope it's really entertaining. I hope it paints him in a good light. And Vincent 52. What up, Vincent 52? How you doing? I hope it does both. I hope we see the good, the bad, and the ugly out of Vince, and I hope we get that WrestleMania footage, and I hope that they sort of go with the narrative of Vince McMahon the way they wanted to originally. And if they want to change the ending into a negative about what happened here.
You donated $50.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to take my dick out because you donated $50. You donated $50, motherfucker boy. I'm a rich motherfucker.
Wow.
Joe, here's some of your football money back. Commanders and new champ Jey Uso.
Oh, my God, D. Welsh. Holy crap, D. Welsh. Thank you, man. Oh my God, I've got gas money now. Oh my God, D. Welsh. I'm so mad about the football game, dude. I don't want to talk about it. I'm so mad. I can't believe that I lost that. I just can't believe that I can't believe it. But yeah, I did have the Commanders winning, Good job, Welsh. The Commanders going off, bro. They were going off tonight. So, congrats to them and to you, D. Welsh, as well, man. Thank you, bro. D. Welsh dropping $50. It's like It's a Wonderful Life. Do you remember It's a Wonderful Life? Hey, look, Mary. Everybody gave me money so I wouldn't kill myself. That's what Welsh just did. Oh, my God. Well, what else is going on here tonight? Well, thank you, D. Welsh. That was really nice of you. You did not have to do that. I was about to get off the air, actually, because I don't want to stay on here and cry about everything. It's been just whatever. I don't want to go there. I just wanted to come on here to talk about the Vince McMahon thing really quickly. I would have been loving the football game if I had hit, if maybe Eckler didn't get injured and some other things didn't happen, but it was a really bad night. But thank you, Welsh, because that is really cool. Because now, plus the $18 that I did get, so I got half my money back. So I got $18, and now that's $68. Now we got some money. If you told me about 4 years ago that in 2024, you'd be betting on football to try to double $30 since that's all you have. I would have been like, what the fuck happened to me? Yeah. I choose Raw over football tonight. Uso definitely losing the strap immediately at Bad Blood, says PM Eject. Yeah. They felt they had to do something with this guy. I mean, all the stuff, all the yeeting, all the stuff with the Usos. Everything that had been going on, and there was no push, and then it just kind of comes out of nowhere. It just comes out of nowhere. It's just weird the way they did it. Tomorrow is my final day of my 5 straight days on at work. Wow. Yeah. I'm glad it's your last. It's my last day tomorrow, too, until I'm off Wednesdays. So, hey, Tuesday night, D. Welsh, tomorrow night, I might be on here. We might get weird. And then Wednesday is the Vince McMahon documentary right here. Guys, be here Wednesday. I'll be going live to talk about the Vince McMahon documentary. We have got, that's going to be something. That's going to be something to talk about. And D. Welsh, thank you very much. That was very nice of you. I was not trying to make you do that, although it might seem like it, but I wasn't. I'm just really upset. I'm actually really am upset. I'm and very concerned. But that is nice of you. It makes me feel better. 6 episodes according to what Conrad Thompson said, but who knows if he's correct, says Broken TARDIS in the chat. At least you're not a Bears fan, says Matt92 Machine. Yeah, that's a great point. You know that video of those guys, the Green Bay fans and the Vikings fan or whatever, and they go up to the Bears fan and the kid turns around and it's a Down syndrome person. They're like, yo, let's go make fun of this Bears fan. Forget hating on each other. Let's go. Hey. And then he turns around and he's like, and they're like, oh, what's up, man? Yeah, go Bears. Yeah, that's what I picture all you Bears fans to look like, you know? You fucking 1986 Super Bowl scumbags. The Bears. Well, I mean, are the Patriots really going to be much better at this point? You know? Jaden Daniels tonight, man. I don't want to talk about it. Don't do it. But he was throwing some bombs. This guy was throwing, bombs like he was Tom Brady. It was crazy. Jaden Daniels. And I took him number 1. So there you go. McMahon should enjoy his yacht and retire in the Bahamas. You're probably right. Yeah, that would be a bad idea, is to grab, if Vince McMahon was smart, he'd take a yacht and he'd buy a couple of out of the country residences. Or maybe live with Dana White in Vegas or something. And just have a great time. Shannon Sharp did put his rod in. Yeah. Put that rod in. Put that rod in. Put that, Skip, put that rod in. Put that rod in, Skip. Oh, so weird. But anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here tonight. Wednesday, I'll be live to review the documentary, the Vince McMahon documentary. Stay out of the country until Trump becomes president. Okay, I can't do that. I've got to be here. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I've got my kids of school. Not that that's good anymore. They indoctrinate you. And then chopping your peepees off. Austin Eckler marked out. That is one of the worst things that I read all night tonight. I was beside myself. Put that rod in. I think I've turned into a gambler, guys. I think I've got a problem. I never thought I would be one of those type of people.
Take a look around Hillary and see.
Oh my God! There she is. There she is.
Take a look around Hillary and see. Everyone loves me.
Look around, Hillary. Take a look. Take a look. You whore.
Everyone loves me. Took a long look.
You're going to jail. I'm going to fornicate with you. I don't trust a woman who allows her husband to cheat on her.
Loves me. Take a look around Hillary and see.
I don't know why I added it. Louis Urdaneta with the drive-by $15 drop. Louis Urdaneta, You beast. Man, I have a raging headache. I will tell you, there is a pollen count or something going on that is destroying my insides. That or I sniffed mold. I don't know which one it is. But good Lord. Louis Urdaneta, thank you, man, for the $15. You sweet bastard. D. Welsh said, had a passer rating of 90% completion rate. Took second in the NFL history ahead of Tom Brady as a rookie. Whoa. Passed Tom Brady on the rookie list for passer rating completion rate. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Wow. Lewis with the $15 lifeline savior. Omar Fakarani. No, Louis Urdaneta, man. Thank you so much for that. That was really nice of you, bro. Thank you so much, man. That is really cool. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. That really means a lot, man. Thank you, guys. Wow. I can't believe that I got away with getting a couple dollars from you guys after blowing it all in my FanDuel game. It's almost like I won anyway. You know? 3 games, no turnovers, no punts. Wow. That's how bad the Bengals defense is. I don't know what's going on with the Bengals, man. Who had the Bengals 0-3 to start the season, including the opener against the Patriots? Like, I can't believe anybody would have thought that would happen. This is a team that you have pegged to be in the Final Four, maybe, at the end of the season. And right now the Bengals are just losing every way you can in every situation. It's very bizarre. They put up, I'm not 100% on this, but I believe that the Bengals every week keep putting up more points and more points. And then they lose. Like, it's kind of crazy. They put up more points in the second week. They lost. They put up more points today, and they lost. Like, it's going to become just not disemboweling. What's the word? It's going to become demoralizing for the Cincinnati Bengals if their defense can't get some stops. When their offense is starting to get it going, but the defense is like, well, let's give up 10 more than the defense. It's in the offense. That's great. So very weird. I am looking forward to the Vince McMahon documentary. I admire everything. We're all here because of Vince McMahon. I want to see what happens. Vince McMahon isn't even liked. I mean, he should be because you wouldn't be here without him. But we'll see what happens. Vince McMahon is a bad dude potentially. Yeah, he might be. He might be. We don't know exactly what Vince has done. I mean, we do know when it comes to that woman, but we don't know what else he's done. What else has Vince McMahon done? We got to find out. What has P. Diddy done? You know? It's a great point. Someone earlier said only black men go to jail. Bill Cosby and P. Diddy, but what about white guys innocent or whatever? Yeah, explain Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Pretty sure Epstein's dead. Pretty sure Weinstein went to jail. You know? So that's those are people that cherry pick. Hey, let's take 2 white people examples and then let's take 2 black people examples. And whichever ones fit my narrative, I'll then compare them, even though that's not a fair comparison and it's not apples to apples, you stupid morons. Because what about OJ? It's ridiculous. And what about so many people that are not in jail that could be in jail? I do think white people may have a slight advantage. There's more of them too, by the way. But, come on, man. Crazy. But listen, maybe they'll call Kamal, they'll keep him locked up even longer. Keep P. Diddy locked up even longer. Good picks, D. Welsh. Good picks, D. Welsh. Listen, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow night for a little while, I believe. And then I will see you Wednesday for the Vince McMahon documentary. I'm looking forward to it. And I really appreciate you guys being here with me to hang out for a few just so I could kind of go over this and make sure you guys are aware that Wednesday we will be talking about the Vince McMahon documentary. And we will, of course, be live tomorrow night. And Vince McMahon released a statement that we read earlier, a hard-to-read statement. Vince seems displeased with what he's seen out of the documentary. I want to say thanks to Big Josh for subbing, Vincent for subscribing, also D. Welsh with the $50 drop, Louis Urdaneta with the $15 drop. Thank you guys for those donations. That was really cool. I had a horrible night of fantasy, so that made it feel a little bit better. I really appreciate you guys. I love you all. I hope you can join Patreon if you're not on Patreon. And to the people that are on Patreon, thank you guys so much. The end of the month is coming up, and that money does mean a lot to me and this channel. So I really, really appreciate everybody who's still a patron. You're going through all the bonus content. All the bonus stuff is there. It's a crazy amount of stuff. We're all on there talking in the chats and the comments and all the bonus stuff on Patreon, and just you guys supporting it and being $25 producers a month, $5 a month, whatever you're doing on Patreon. Thank you so much for that. It's obviously dropped over the years, but it's still kicking pretty well. Over 100 patrons. Thank you guys for that. And make sure you download and check out all the bonus content on Patreon. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. Thank you for doing that for me and for the channel, and I hope you get something out of it, and I will see you guys tomorrow and Wednesday. Thank you, guys. Get hard. Sorry, I didn't know what to say to end it. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.